Okay, let's get this over and done with. I want this to be short and sweet. Hey everybody, it's Erica from The Broken Spine. Welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. I have to adjust. Today is the first day of Vlogmas. I'm going to give this a try. Actually, I only planned 12 days of Vlogmas, so, and I don't guarantee, I make absolutely no guarantee that I will do 12 days, let alone do 12 days consecutively. But my goal is during the month of December, up until December 25th, to do 12 videos. So that is the goal that we are aiming for. So today is day 1 of Vlogmas and December 1st. I can't believe it. Like, the year is over in a few more in a few weeks. So I have no idea. The year has seemed at some points excruciatingly long, and at other points it has just flown by. So on to the video. Again, day 1 of Vlogmas, and today's video is going to be about, it's a haul. It's a haul. So we're gonna just get started, and these aren't books that I necessarily hauled in November, but just over a period of time. Some came from library book hauls, a couple were gifted to me, and some I just bought on my own. So let's just hop right on into it. And by the way, I'm off today, so you'll probably see this burgundy top during Vlogmas a bit. So anyway, let's get started. Like I said, so the first book that I have is a library book haul from a library book sale, and it is Winter Counts by David Heska Wanbli. Weiden. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And he is an Indigenous author. I've heard quite a lot of good things about this book, and I saw it at the library book sale, and you know, $3, I think it was $3 for hardcovers. You know, can't pass that up. So here I have that. It is like oddly, I mean, it's a library book, but it is, you know, a little damaged there, but for $3, can I really and truly complain? So I got this during, I got it in November, and my plan was to read it for Indigathon. Then it didn't happen. So the next one that I have was gifted to me by a friend, and they liked it, but they weren't like blown away. They've read other Ishiguro novels, and this one just didn't wow them as much as the others. So, and it is his new one, Klara and the Sun, and this is about an artificial intelligence. They call them artificial friends, and the main character is Klara, who is artificial intelligence, and she's in a shop window, and she hopes to become the friend of someone, and the prospects look high. And it is a story apparently about love. The next book I bought at the dollar store, and I've been wanting to read it for a little while, and it reminds me of The Handmaid's Tale, and it is Vox by Christina Dalcher. And if I remember correctly, the women are only allowed to speak 2,000 words a day. Let me verify that, see if it says it. On the day the government decreases that, on the day the government decrees that women are no longer allowed more than, 100 words per day. Ugh. Dr. Jean. Okay, I'm sorry, because I'm just thinking about the number of words that I've actually used so far in this video, and I'm pretty sure it's more than 100. So, Dr. Jean McClellan is in denial. This can't happen here, not in America, not to her. This is just the beginning. Soon women are not permitted to hold jobs. Girls are not taught to read or write. Females no longer have a voice. Before the average person spoke 16,000 words each day, but now women have only 100 to make themselves heard. Not the end. For herself, her daughter, and every woman silenced, Jean will reclaim her voice. So this, I thought it was 2000. No, nowhere near that. But so I'm interested to read this. I read The Handmaid's Tale some years ago. Wasn't a particular fan of it, but I did enjoy it, and I do recommend it. And the next book I won in a giveaway, and I was really quite excited about it. So it is the final revival of Opal and Nev by Dawnie, Walton, and I'm not going to get into what this is about because it's been all over, but I'm excited to read this, and I know it has something to do, I don't know a whole lot about it, but what I do know is that it has something to do with a journalist and music and Opal and Nev. So I'm excited to get into this, and this will probably, again, it's not going to happen this year, but I'm hoping to get into it in the first couple of months of next year. All right, moving on. Let's see, how should we do this? Okay, so I bought this a few months ago, I think. It doesn't matter. At the bookstore, we were sending the hardbacks back to the publisher, and I wanted a hardcover and not a paperback, obviously. So I picked it up, Zora and Langston by Yuval Taylor. And you may or may not know, I don't know if I've said this on the channel, but one, Zora Neale Hurston is one of my favorite writers. And Zora Neale Hurston and Langston Hughes had a very good friendship, and they were torn apart by some events, and they went their separate ways. So it's a nonfiction, and I am excited to get into this because, one, the Harlem, and not only is Zora Neale Hurston one of my favorite authors, but the Harlem Renaissance in general is one of my favorite literary time periods. And I think I may have said that. It doesn't matter. But there are photos and paintings in here that are nice glossy pages, but they are of, well, that's not of Zora and Langston at all. So Zora up top and Langston Hughes on the bottom. This is Carl Van Vechten, I think that's his name. Yeah, and this is Fanny Horst, who was, there's a glare, Fanny Horst, if I remember correctly, she was their benefactor, and she had them call her, what did she have them, like, mother, I can't remember, oh my gosh, like godmother, I think it was godmother. And I thought, when I first read that, I was like, wow, how degrading and dehumanizing and humiliating to have this white woman tell you, since I'm giving you money to publish your works, you have to call me godmother. So anyway, I'm interested to find out their relationship and their experiences, and hopefully this will glean a little bit of that. So, and I had a Zora Neale Hurston project, that reading project that I was doing over on Storygram, which was supposed to go, I think, the entire year in which I read her works, but that kind of fell by the wayside. So having said that, if you are interested, I'm going to start it again for next year, January. If you are interested, let me know. And if I am any good at this, I will put it in the community tab, and I'll put a link in the description box. So if you want to go and vote there, that would be great. and I have to sneeze, and it's not coming out. So the next one is also a library book haul purchase, and it is the collected novels of Charles Wright, and I had never heard of him. And I saw it and I was like, who is this guy Charles Wright? And just, he was born in 1932, published 3 highly praised autobiographical novels, and died at the age of 76. So just really quickly, Charles Wright's remarkable satirical New York City trilogy is as fresh and poignant now as when it was originally published from 1963 to 1973. By turns, brutally funny and starkly real, these 3 classic American novels center a memorable portrait of a young working-class intellectual from the South and his misadventures with hair straightening, partying with the bohemian elite of Greenwich Village, male prostitution, and drug abuse. So, yeah. So the 3 novels are The Messenger, The Wig, and Absolutely Nothing to Get Alarmed About. So, and they're obviously pretty short, so they're probably more like novellas than, you know, full-length novels, because this is only about 390 pages. So anyway, I'm interested, I'm intrigued to see what he has to write, because like I said, I've never heard of him before. And the next one is another library haul, and it's Zora Neale Hurston's Hitting a Straight Lick with a Crooked Stick. That's a mouthful. And this was posthumously published in 2018, I think. Nope, 2020. Wow. And it's a collection of short stories. So like I said earlier, big Zora fan, and finally got this one in my hot little hands. And the next one is Lagoon by Nnedi Okorafor. I was going to read it for Chloe's over at Thistle and Verse. She created and hosts Black SFF, and so I was going to read Lagoon for it, but life, and I keep changing the angle, I'm sorry guys, because there's the glare of the window over there and there's the glare of the light back there, so my apologies. And the next one, we're coming down to the end of what I've got. The next one, this is when your computer should not allow you, let alone your bank, should not allow you to make early morning purchases. So I saw this on Library of America, and I have been wanting a collection of Charles Waddell Chestnutt's works, and so here it is. And on top of that, guys, it was on sale, so why not, right? So in here it includes stories, novels, and essays, The Conjure Woman, The Wife of His Youth, and other stories of the color line, The House Behind the Cedars, The Marrow of Tradition, uncollected stories, and selected essays. So Charles W. Chestnut was a Black man who could pass. One of the reasons why I really bought this was because I have never read all of the stories in The Conjure Woman. So I've read the Gooford Grapevine, but I haven't read any of the others. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stories in there. And I remember reading the Gooford Grapevine in college. So, but I've never read anything else. Coming up on the last 3, Sulwe by Lupita Nyong'o, and this I fell in love with, and it is about she's darker than everyone in her family. She is darker than anyone in her school. Sulwe just wants to be beautiful and bright like her mother and sister. Then a magical journey in the night sky opens her eyes and changes everything. In the stunning debut picture book, Academy Award-winning actress Lupita Nyong'o creates a whimsical and heartwarming story that will inspire children to see their own unique beauty. And I love this book. And where is it? So here she is. She's crying, with her mother, and the panels in here are, and her mom is just trying to comfort her and saying that she's beautiful regardless of, you know, how dark her skin is. And this is something I remember as this, that is just absolutely stunning. I remember growing up, and I'm not even like dark skinned, people talking about how dark I was, and I remember people saying to me that I was black, well, like blue black, and I'm like, no, that is not the case. And I remember how that felt. And when I saw this and I saw the premise of this, and I was like, all of us black girls and black boys need this yesterday and today and going forward, because the darker skinned black people are often made to feel lesser and not as beautiful or pretty or or accepted in the beauty world. So this should be required reading for everyone, in my opinion. And the next two books that I got are the 1619 Project, the book of a book and the picture book, which is absolutely phenomenal as well. Again, the panels in here are, I think they look like they are watercolor. I think if you can look like they're watercolor, and it's that particular panel is from when they were at home in Africa, and you saw how bright they were, and this is when after they were captured and sold into slavery, and the panels get darker. So it's just, I love the way that they told the story. And this is when they're in the belly of the ship, which is the White Lion. So the story, it's by the 1619 Project, and the picture book is Born on the Water, by Nikole, Hannah Jones, and Renée Watson. The illustrator is Nikkolas Smith, and this is something that I definitely recommend. If you buy this for your little one and you're reading it, you're definitely going to have conversations about what is happening in here. And I think that the way that this was written was smartly done, because it opens up a dialogue between you, the reader, and the child. So if you know nothing about this, then it gives you have an opportunity to educate yourself, and you can do that with the 1619 Project. This is a brick of a book, but I'm gonna put this down. But I like the way that this was put together. Haven't read it yet. It includes a story, and there's also there are also poems in here. So if you like poetry, that's in here. There are fiction stories as well. Whew, that took a little bit longer than I had anticipated, and I definitely used more than 100 words. So we are going to draw this to a close, and I will see you in the next video. And if you like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified of new content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.